And we are live. Welcome to the Alien Scientist. I am working on getting the website back together. Should have that back online soon. I have a prototype up, but I'm going to work on getting all the content there and getting stuff uploaded. Hopefully, well, I'm gone on my trip next week. I got a lot of work to do for my regular job before I leave next week. I'm leaving next Thursday to go to California to go to the Silicon Valley Secret Space Program Business Applications Conference. I'm more interested in the business applications of, said UFO technology or declassified stuff that is cutting edge Defense Department research stuff. And I'll be talking about at the conference as when I'm a speaker. So be sure to check that out. And if you're in California, San Jose, stop by or drop me a line and let's meet up, hang out, come to the hotel. We're going to talk about tonight some things that I found while doing some research. So I was on UFO Twitter, and someone posted this thing about Daniel Sheehan and Ross Coulthart claim that the U.S. government has secret technology other than radar that tracks UFO signatures in the atmosphere. So I'm like, other than radar, this sounds kind of weird. So I wanted to read this article, and says the CIA acquires a special technology that tracks UFO signatures without active radar, optical, or infrared equipment. Wow. How the heck do they do that? As the United States stands on the verge of open disclosure, Mr. Sheehan, one of the most esteemed constitutional attorneys in America, is in a unique position to provide profound insights into the current unfolding UFO UAP status. Mr. Sheehan's UFO journey began, in 1977. Marcia Smith, his friend who spent 31 years as a science and technology policy expert specializing in space activities as a congressional research service over the last 5 decades. His work as a trial lawyer, appellate attorney, public speaker, author, and college and law student educator has helped to expose injustice, protect fundamental rights, and elucidate a compelling vision for the future of humanity. Mr. Sheehan has served as a legal counsel in many high-profile cases. Let's get into the nuts and bolts, because I'm super interested. This recent interview, Mr. Sheehan said that the CIA's Electromagnetic Intelligence Center developed an entirely new technology separate from the radar that allowed them to track the signatures of UFO. So, Electromagnetic Intelligence Center. Let's do a search for that, because that just sounds interesting. Sacramento, that's what came up in the EMF Center. StarTech. What is all this stuff? Glassdoor.com. Oh, that's to get you the job. What is SACRTAC? Central California Intelligence Center. I don't know what this is. I don't think this is the Electromagnetic Intelligence Center. EMF Center? What is this? Oh. I've never heard of the Electromagnetic Intelligence Center, and I'd be curious to find some documents or something on that. This is clearly not the right website. This is like medical stuff. So let's continue reading more about this. Regina Meredith first asked him why the government changed UFO to UAP. He replied that there was a substantial uptick in the appearance of the UFOs that were now being able to be picked up much more sophisticated radar. So I know about quantum radar, and we had talked about quantum radar a couple times but this couldn't be that, because that's an electromagnetic. It's paired entangled photons that they use. But they had set up this thing called the Electromagnetic Intelligence Center, so that they were developing different forms of electromagnetic discernment equipment that was able to track the electromagnetic signatures of vehicles, UFOs, not just radar that bounced off of them. They were picking up a lot of these UFOs with that new technology. Okay, well, this is the exact same thing I heard about quantum radar, and I think that there might be some tongue-in-cheek disinformation that was put out about this to hide the fact that this was quantum radar that they're talking about. I'm pretty sure it's quantum radar that they're talking about, because I don't know. I've only heard this story with regards to quantum radar, and I haven't heard it with regards to any other technology that isn't, infrared radar, optical, or it is optical. It's just it utilizes quantum entanglement through paired entangled photons. But you can read up on quantum radar. I'll put some links to that in the description. But I was just trying to find out what this new type of technology they had for detecting UAP signatures or UFO signatures was, because I'm interested in that kind of technology too, and the kind of data that we might be able to get with that type of technology. I don't know. Anybody else out there have any insights or scoops on that type of technology? But as I'm reading this further, there's some interesting things. But one of the most interesting things is this part right here. All right, UFOs and electromagnetic field. Okay, so this let's keep researching about this this stuff. So, moreover, Sigma-2, a research and development project, reached conclusions in the 2015 report similar to those in the UAPTF, that's the UAP Task Force report, regarding the unusual kinematics of the objects observed. Okay, so they write, this observation on kinematics has since been reinforced by other characteristics such as electromagnetic emissions at certain frequencies of artificial origin, which we are discussing. They have been noted in the past by the Americans as well as by the Russians in their respective reports, but we have not yet noted any recall of these effects nor knowledge of any intention to share the data, but the shared observation remains a first step. Okay, it's just more like secrecy crap. Let's get to the nuts and bolts here. Investigator, where's the meat and potatoes? Come on. Investigators made an area search using a flux gate gradient magnetometer and found a strong magnetic field gradient indicative of a strong source of the magnetic field, which appeared to be above the tops of some trees near a small pond. Okay, so that's in 1992. These investigators in Florida. Was this the NIDS group? This sounds like NIDS, where they use these super sensitive magnetometers. So that's, again, electromagnetic waves. So where's anything that doesn't? I want to know how it can function physically without a mediator, a particle mediator, such as electromagnetic field, and how this detection stuff works. So I'm still reading through this article, and I came apart this one part in it where he says that there's this place called the Geospatial Intelligence Center, and the Geospatial Intelligence Center is allegedly where they store the UFO debris and stuff, UFO stuff. It was in, I believe it was in this article. I don't know if it got removed since, but it was listed in this article. Oh yeah, right here. So this UFO Intelligence Center, this equipment, they were picking up UFOs with that technology, and confirmed there's another major group called the Geospatial Intelligence Center that actually houses the information about Roswell. He further explained how the Pentagon snuck the secret UFO program called the ATIP program, led by Luis Elizondo, under the weapons program, which was focused on the object's movements. So that's the OSAP and ATIP whole controversy and stuff. Oh, whatever. That's not important. The intelligence is important. And this whole National Geospatial Intelligence Center, I've never heard of this place before. So I started I looked it up and come to find out, oh my God, there's one of these in DC. There's one over here, but I don't think it's an actual building. I can't find anything there. It just looks like a new construction site. Maybe it's something new that they're building, but this is definitely the real deal. This NGA. Fort Belvoir has these two Army, barracks here, and a big giant parking lot there for employees. This is like the overflow. That must be like the overflow lot. This weird old compound. But yeah, these quite big parking lots. So a lot of people can work in this facility. It's really quite massive if you look at it. It's quite massive. It looks like it has its own power plant or own. There's a lot of fans on that. There's a lot of HVAC. That's a lot of heating for that size of a building. It's not a skyscraper, and you don't even see that many vent stacks on the roof of a skyscraper. So this building might go underground very, very far, and I wouldn't doubt that it does. Look at the size of this loading dock and storage, warehouse. So, and that's like in the heart of the whole thing. This storage warehouse, really interesting. Excuse me. This is the entrance right here. This looks like a really big, really wide truck ramp. Well, not really wide. That's about 40, 50 feet wide. And they could back some pretty big trucks in there to load stuff in and out of this facility, which looks to be about, 8 to 12 stories tall. Really weird thing in the center. And this is what they do there, according to them, is that, look at that they do geospatial intelligence. So they look at maps and they come up with intelligence on places. So look at this place. They got a gate that comes in. Maybe they'll hire me for a job because I'm really good at doing this kind of stuff. They have a bunch of gates. Looks like they have runoff strips where they can, flatten your tires right here, so you can't even get it. You can't even drive a vehicle in. They'll block you with these. It looks like they're like cattle grates or something, like ram barriers. They'll probably put up as stop defenses, so you can't drive a vehicle in there and get access. That's what those look like. There's another access gate here, another access gate there. This looks like the main gate for employees and stuff coming into work and out of work. This looks like a round drop-off spot where you can just get dropped off. And this is the NGA Visitors Center right here. And it looks like a long tunnel from the Visitors Center that goes past the parking lot down this way to the main building. Maybe a catwalk or something. I don't know. But this NGA Visitors Center I found was quite interesting. You have a visitor center for this national government military agency. Well, it's a military. It's nga.mil. And this visitor center is open 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. I mean, that's nuts. So that means that people who work here, oh, that's the parking garage too. That's not just one lot. Okay. Look at the shadow on this. This is a 5-tier parking garage. Look at all the parking that they have for this facility. This has got to go underground, way underground. Look at the air and ventilation stuff. This is a huge facility. I mean, look at the traffic. There's a 4-lane highway for the checkpoint for the people that have to come into work here and work here and park at this. This is where they must be employee parking right here, and then this is visitor. The visitor parking lot. This is interesting. So open 24 hours a day. So they got to be open right now. Let's give them a call. Heck not. It's my tax dollars at work here. Let's see if we give them a call. Let's see what the heck happens here. How's everyone doing out there tonight? I don't think they're answering, man. I was gonna call. If they answered, I was gonna ask if I could get transferred to Zeta Reticuli just to see what they said. Damn it! Too bad they didn't answer. We're going to. If they do answer, we'll have to call back and ask them some questions about tours and visitors and data and stuff. But it turns out that if you wanted to have a place right off the highway, you can come right in here with your truck, offload to this facility, or this is probably a gate that doesn't even look. Actually, that's not as much of a used road as these ones. But there's plenty of access here. Look at this loading thing. Where are all these trucks that just load up to here, to nowhere? There's something else going on here. Look at this. There's buildings here that are disguised as lawn or grass. You can tell. There's a lot of stuff disguised there. But it's really interesting. It's right here is an airport. So we got Davison Army Airfield right here. So any kind of UFO that crashed somewhere, you throw it on a C5 Galaxy and you could land it right here on this runway and transport it, right off the airfield. Come right down here, pull right off the airfield, get right on this road, pull down to the highway up here, jump on the highway right here, take a right, short drive up, and boom, you're right there, so they can it'd be a great spot for loading some stuff out. There's also another one. It turns out there's another Geospatial Intelligence Center, and it's over in St. Louis. Let me see. St. Louis. Oh, where is it? And it's on the site of an old armory. It's actually the oldest building. It's one of the oldest buildings in St. Louis. It's an old armory building. Look at this place. It used to be an armory where they made bullets and guns and weapons for. It was built in 1820 something, 1830s. 1820s, 1830s. Been around since then. There's a whole article on this. There's the National Geospatial Intelligence Agency's website. Let's watch their movie.
Who, what, why, when, where? These questions form the foundation of human exploration. They are fundamental to knowing and understanding our world. Their answers are essential to information gathering, storytelling, and problem solving. They have inspired the world's most famous thinkers and pioneers to push past the accepted, the conventional, the ordinary, to reveal truly extraordinary discoveries that have shaped our lives and stirred our imaginations. And they are at the heart of America's security. At the National Geospatial Intelligence Agency, the answers to these questions form the foundation of our mission. Everything on Earth, from its watery depths to its highest peaks, can be measured in space and time, what's known as geospatial intelligence, or GEOINT. Our workforce brings the intelligence to that equation, using our capabilities to eliminate options, inform decisions, and act with precision. NGA is a unique combination of intelligence agency and combat support agency. Our work shows the way in the air, the sea, on the front lines of a disaster, from the halls of the Pentagon to the Oval Office. We work side by side with our military services, our nation's leaders, and first responders to provide the information they need when they need it most, allowing them to take action before events become a crisis. Our country's defining moments are times of great determination and exceptional achievement, from the Revolutionary War to the expeditions of Lewis and Clark to landing a man on the moon. In each, you will find geospatial intelligence. NGA and its predecessors have been a part of some of the nation's biggest technological feats and proudest moments. And we've also answered the call during some of its darkest.
Oh yeah,
Who, what, why, when, where.
that's funny because on the website, I'll get into that. This is just funny.
Throughout human history, we've yearned to discover what lies beyond the horizon. The drive to explore our surroundings and understand the Earth is deeply ingrained in our DNA. At NGA, our mission is to answer those fundamental questions today so we can help show the way to a better tomorrow. Our work is foundational, it is advancing, and it is far from finished. We will continue to explore the Earth and also the partnerships, tools, and technologies needed to meet America's geospatial demands. We must and will rise to meet all challenges, exploring where we've been and where we're going, wherever it takes us.
Well, what a well-produced, video that, crap, man. What do you guys do? Careers? Can I get a job here? Apply for positions. Let's apply for a job, please. Recruiting events. Yeah, where are you guys recruiting? Virtual recruiting booth page. It's a life-changing opportunity. Heck yeah. I bet. I'd be really good at this kind of a job. Anyways, interesting place. This is their other facility in St. Louis. I'll read you the article on that right now. Well, a super secret government work happens on some of St. Louis's oldest buildings. Here's a side view of that facility right there. Looks to be about 6 floors. And built in 1830s, 1827 is when the workshop, the arsenal, was built. It's got high security already because it was an arsenal. They shut down the arsenal when, I don't know, and turned it into a NGA place there. But they say they did. Let me see. The entire facility is listed on the National Register of Historic Places. No money came following the designation of the building's preservation, blah, blah, blah. Almost the interiors were changed. None of them are the same since they were in the 1800s. The limestone building's new house now house the NGA Visitor Center. So they got a visitor center here too. Huge former warehouse was built in 1918. 2 more wings were added in the 60s and the 80s. While the facility has been used continuously by the federal government since 1827, NGA officials said they can no longer adapt to older buildings. Spokeswoman Julia Collins said the NGA needs more robust IT infrastructure and more collaborative workspaces. The agency will choose a new site in the St. Louis metropolitan area sometime in 2016, and the move will take place in 2021 at the earliest. So they should have already found a new home and moved, which I think they did. new NGA campus. So it's temporarily closed. So I guarantee you they're not open yet. Yeah, they got to be behind on construction. Everything's behind on construction. That's the new NGA campus. Look at the size of this, facility in downtown St. Louis. The amount of land that thing is. This is where they're moving to and having a new NGA set up. This is going to be the security checkpoints. Look at this facility is being put together. This is incredible. Oh, it's got to be. We got to go get some construction photos of this. Keep an eye on this, baby. Oh my God, this is like if there's a spot that has to have a constant daily update of photo for the Russian satellites. It's this. They want to know every single step of how this place was built from the ground up, and they'll have it all. They'll have it all on those intelligence cameras. Wow, look at this. Look at the size of this freaking place. This is the new NGA campus. They're still building it. This is the old one. Oh, it's at least twice the size. Holy crap. Yes, the eye in the sky. So talk about. So who's moving there? This is the NGA. This is the National Geospatial Intelligence Agency. And Daniel Sheen in this article apparently, says that this is where the UFOs are kept. That all the Roswell debris wound up at this military spot. I don't know if they wound up in St. Louis. I think that it's much more likely it's in Washington, D.C. at the other campus we showed and talked about there. Let's look up. The other one is in. Yeah, this is what is this? Springfield, Virginia. So this is the other one. This is the other facility, and it's massive. It's absolutely massive. I wish we could see it in 3D. That doesn't not even do it justice. I need Google Earth to really show this. There's a huge parking garage, a couple floors, with the amount of parking that they have for this facility. So this is a massive facility, and it's got all the right perks and abilities. So like if you needed to load UFO material and store it somewhere, this is the spot, bro. This is the location. It's got the security and all the right hallmarks, man. I don't know. It's not. Maybe pieces were sent to Battelle in the late 50s and stuff, late 40s. Battelle was definitely one of the original contractors and part of the stovepiped operation of, secrecy and a FOIA wall. But yeah, I think that if we're looking for another candidate, this might be it. I just imagine this visitor center being like the lobby in Men in Black. Oh, by the way, the Queen died, so I guess we'll have to play a quick song in memory of Queen Elizabeth. So please bear with us.
God save the Queen, the fascist regime. It made you a moron. Potential hate bomb. God save the Queen. She ain't no human being.
You caught me right as I was going live for another stream with Mike from Faraday, Jeremy.
Oh man, yeah, John Lydon wouldn't copy. John Lydon wouldn't do that, Lord. He would not. He would not. That's not punk. But anyways, they had another for that line. She's not a human being. They used to show the David Icke reptile alien queen. Anyways, Yeah, thanks for bearing with me on that. We'll continue. I wanted to show the video of what was I just talking about before then? The Men in Black, the lobby of Men in Black. Right. I just imagine that when we go to this NGA visitor center, it's literally this. Hold up.
Sorry, Jeremy. I just popped in to say hi. I was just about to go live with Mike doing some electrical engineering and his water test machines and stuff.
Some next level.
So I don't know if you want us to hop over or I'll just catch you later or something.
Yeah, man, this is like the NGA, but it's like the secret building in the back, you know. So the most of the people go to the regular Spatial Intelligence Center, you know, right here where the
That looks like the Men in Black entrance right there.
This is like the Men in Black entrance right here. See, these are all like Men in Black cars. And look, actually, they're Men in White cars because there's a lot of these 4 of these identical. What are those vans? They look like some kind of van, maybe like a Transit or something. Ford Transit or. Anyways, yeah, this is the Men in Black entrance, dude. It's called Geointelligence Drive, and it's right off of Heller Road. And I just like try if you want to remote view some crap, those people who show me inside there. And by the way, we don't have the dice. I wanted to see if the remote viewing people could guess the number, but I don't have the dice. Damn it! I gotta get my dice back. No dice. Anyways, the visitor center parking lot over here, man. We got to plan a trip next time. When I plan my trip to DC or next time I go down to Tim Pool's not near very close to that, but close enough. I just think close enough because it's like down that area. It's far from me up in Providence, Rhode Island, and it's even far from the lab. The lab's is like halfway there. Anyways, anyone who wants to join, more than welcome. StreamYard link will be posted again. This Geospatial Intelligence Center. I gotta reshare that screen. It's a quite interesting place. Doing some more reading into this. The agency will choose a new site in St. Louis metropolitan area. I was reading this and I was talking about the new site. And right here, this next line is very key information. Important to read between the lines and all this stuff. The actual owner of the arsenal's land is the U.S. Air Force, which Collins said will continue to care for the property after the NGA leaves. So, boom. U.S. Air Force, that ties it to Roswell again. When did the U.S. Air Force acquire the lease or the land? When did the U.S. Air Force acquire that land? Look up those records. Find out that date. Imagine if it's 1947. You'd be like, dude, they bought this land right in 1947. Just a couple little bit from, Davison Army Airfield. Let's look up the history of Davison Army Airfield. Davison Army Airfield. Boom, boom, boom. Airfield is located 15 miles. The airfield provided support for Army 1 from 1957 to 1976. So 57. So that means it wasn't built until almost 10 years after Roswell, 1947. 10 years after Roswell, this wasn't built until. So, again, we all know right after Roswell, the material went to Wright-Patterson, so that might make sense. 10 years later, they might have moved it from Wright-Patterson somewhere else, and this would be the obvious location. I don't know, not an obvious location, but still an interesting one. Maybe there's something there. Curious. There's got to be some crash recovery team and people that are in charge of tracking these objects. Geospatial intelligence sounds a lot like that kind of where I'd put those kind of programs, tracking objects that come into the airspace. You know, this is an interesting lead, and I'm glad that I, dabbled down that rabbit hole, and hope you all can dig into this a little bit further too. So if this wasn't built until the 57, so where's the next nearest airport? But that doesn't matter. So yeah, Dulles. Dulles is the big international airport for Washington D.C. So, Dulles International. Anyways, definitely, if there was a place like this.
It was an accident. Sorry. Observation.
This is it, folks. And talked about classification and how a lot of this stuff's hidden in private corporations outside the government. Hard to get access to it through FOIAs. So that's, again, not the right thing. But Davison Army Airfield, built in 1952. Okay, there it is. It's 1952 it was built. So right around, again, yeah, that's interesting. 52 is actually, that's the year Project Blue Book started. That's super interesting. So this airport, they built it the same year that they started Project Blue Book. And we know that there was a second Project Blue Book that was in charge of materials. So this is maybe just coincidental, maybe just completely, coincidence. Sorry, I'm not. That doesn't prove anything. I'm trying. Let's think about this. We need to file some FOIAs and some. Man, this is a spot. All right. So I got an idea, and I'm gonna end the stream right now before I get myself shut off or caught up. And I want you guys to jump on and let's talk about this idea. So jump on the stream behind the scenes if you want to join to see what just popped in my mind. I love you guys. Bernard, I think, is going to go live. I just want to do a short video talking about this National Geospatial Intelligence Center and how it might be the spot. This is quite interesting and maybe possibly actionable intelligence. Thank you, Daniel Sheehan. Please go follow him on Twitter. Guys, jump on the StreamYard link. I got a great idea. Let's talk. All right, I'll see you there.